taken an $8 billion hole. Ohioans knew we had a crisis here, and they allowed us to get the budget done. You can't solve problems in most cases when people don't think one exists. So you got to build your case a little bit better, and you have to have some people on the outside talk about it. That's why the work that Stan Hefner's doing. I saw a survey the other day. 67% of the Ohio people think their schools are great, yet 41% of the kids graduating are in remedial programs. There's a disconnect. So you got to just build the case as to why things are necessary. And so anyway, I also want to pay a great respect and great enthusiasm for my partners in the legislature, Bill Batchelder, an awesome leader, Tom Niehaus, my friend, the members of the House and the Senate. None of this happens without them. So they deserve enormous kudos. They have great courage, and they're getting excited about job creation. Darrell, you get the last one.
All right, thank you. You mentioned Stan Hefner. We touched on schools, the need for education. Your administration had hoped to have at least a draft school funding plan out in October, maybe approved.
No. I never said that. I never said that.
All right. Well, I believe your aides did, but
they might, but I didn't.
Regardless.
Sometimes they say things, and most of the time it's good, but sometimes I have to kind of correct
them. Off the reservation.
Yeah.
Well, reporters never do that, so
yeah.
we're unfamiliar with that. When are we going to see a change in school funding? Will it come in this mid-year correction?
No. We have a law.
How do you move toward you talk about getting more money in the class?
Yeah, I think people need to understand that that's going to represent significant change. I mean, I don't know, do you know much about the Catholic Church? You ever seen when they try to close a parish down? I mean, people will chain themselves to the door. Now, I just pointed out that, Darrell, it's your paper that reported, I think, $70 million being spent on 2 schools that have 50% occupancy. Let me ask you a question. Why'd they do that? Okay, so it requires change. And mothers and fathers are going to have to understand that we can do much better in the state when it comes to educating their children. This is another big deal for me. Because first of all, it's related to the economy, the workforce, and jobs. But let me tell you another reason why I feel that way. Because Johnny Kasich came from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, and got to have things in his life that I never in my entire lifetime ever dreamt were possible. And I had a great mom and dad. Neither of them had gone to college. A grandfather who worked in a coal mine. A grandmother that couldn't speak English. And because of education, because of mentoring, because of the Lord, I got a chance to do a lot of really significant things in my lifetime, increasingly now recognizing to help people. Ted, my minister friend who started every other Mondays, I invited him from our Bible study today. Too many eyes in this today, Ted. And I don't mean to be there with eyes, but here's what I can tell you. We have to give kids the tools so they can realize their dreams. I was up at Ohio State about 2 weeks ago and met with Dr. Rezai. He does deep brain massage. They put a pacemaker in your shoulder, and I watched a guy with Parkinson's go from like this to like this. Dr. Rezai, it's a miracle. Used his brain. So we want our children to realize every bit of what the Lord has given them. That's why education is so important. But Darrell, right now, people think it's all going great, and it's not. And that isn't picking on anybody, pointing a finger at anybody. We know we can do much better, not just in Ohio, but in our country.